a metro, easy busy. Baby, I got what you need. Break it down, the way that they talk about me.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're already getting the feel for this new NBA season. Taking it all in with me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Pepsi Center, the site, Denver Nuggets, the home team, and today they'll be playing against the Orlando Magic. So for Orlando, their last game, a win against Phoenix. They're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. And this evening, going head-to-head, two of the best rebounding teams in the league. Should be a serious bump and grind. Kenny, what makes these two clubs so great on the boards?
Fundamentals, Ernie. Fundamentals.
Okay.
You know, that's something that you can teach, but then there's something that you can't teach. Speed and size.
And you have to want it more than the next guy. And your instincts. You got to have be like a great rebounder. You got to have great anticipation, a la Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
Yeah. And with the game just about ready to begin, time to send it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And it's another road game for the Magic. They've got a good chance to prove themselves in what is going to be a very difficult part of their schedule coming up. Guys, with the bulk of their games coming up on the road, it's going to be tough.
And seeing where the Magic are, they haven't packed any big surprises into the early part of this season. They're right in the middle of the NBA's pecking order.
And based on their early returns, it's really hard to see that position changing very much in one direction or another. I see them as a team that's right there in the middle of the pack, but not one that's ready to make any leap this year.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap has become one of the best NBA big men when it comes to getting steals. Now, Millsap says when you're 6'8" going up against guys that are 7 feet, you're not going to be able to block their shot every time. So you try to get it down low when they bring it down. It's all about being smart and using what you have. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. And Millsap is as crafty as it gets on defense. One of the most underrated players in the game. Two teams tonight that love to get out and run. Brent, talk about some of the keys to being effective in the transition game.
Well, one part about transition, Kevin, is the first couple steps that anybody takes to get out on the break. I mean, there is a skill to running hard in transition, and then secondarily getting wide in the lane. So many coaches are yelling at their players about creating space by getting to the sidelines as quickly as possible. Those two things can make you pretty dynamic in the open floor.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Magic, the big men are Gordon and Vucevic. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. And it's Isaac in at the 3. Now here's Moutier. Jokic kicks to Millsap. Chandler a screen. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Millsap's got the first points up on the board here for the Nuggets. The pass to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Moutier with the ball. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Feeds it to Millsap. Over Gordon, and it's blocked by Gordon. And he recovers it. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. No good with the triple. On defense, the Nuggets, they want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Now, here's Moutier, following the miss by Aaron Gordon, and Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's his first foul. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And here's Millsap from the arc. Again, Millsap missing. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now here's Vucevic. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, a great battle last year as the season finished off between the Nuggets and Blazers to make the playoffs. Denver did not. So they made some trades, tried to make a push. This year they've got to make some improvements and maybe find themselves in one of those top 8 slots to play in the postseason.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw, good. Jokic. And Brent, for the Nuggets, you get the feeling of excitement for this franchise.
Well, you feel like this team's not just going to make the playoffs once, but could have a very effective long run in the Western Conference, and they're going to be playing a style that a lot of their fans and certainly fans around the league are going to appreciate. Off-ball movement and passing. You know, there's a team in Golden State that seemed to do that with great effectiveness.
The Magic shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
That one is off. That one is no good.
Take a look at Mike Malone as he made the switch from the Sacramento Kings and made his way to the Rocky Mountain, and he's got these fans on a high. He wants a lot from his players. He's got a lot of youth on this roster and is treating each one of them fairly until one steps out as a superstar for the Nuggets.
Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Moutier dishes to Chandler. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Chandler's got his first bucket in this one.
That's exactly what you want Moutier doing, seeing the open man and firing that pass over to him for the clean look.
Chandler with the steal. Now here's Moutier, covered by Payton. Moutier passes to Jokic. Jokic a screen. Here's Harris. That shot off. The Magic go the other way with it. With this young roster that Malone is charged with, he has made some adjustments and rewarded players for stepping up to the task.
I think that's what you need to do with a young roster, but also Mike Malone, Kevin, I think is learning a bit more about how he wants to coach. He's learning a bit about these young players himself, so they have a nice bit of symmetry that's building around this basketball team that could produce a lot of successful seasons under his tenure.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Kenneth Faried comes in for Paul Millsap. Will Barton, he's checked in for Harris. And Murray's subbed in for Moutier. That's good from Isaac. Brent, coming down the stretch of a tight game, some coaches like to substitute for offense and defense. Others don't. What would be your preference if you were coaching?
I think the idea has to totally do with matchups, Kevin. You're looking out on the floor. If all of a sudden the guy you want with the ball has a mismatch or an advantage, I'm going to stay away from any sort of timeout to give a coach 60 seconds to talk about something that he could probably shut down I might not be able to be as creative as what's just happened in the flow of the game, and I'll trust my player to make the right play for me at that time.
And so here's Denver. Magic knocking down the tray. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Murray. Spates with the block.
Not known as a shot blocker, but the effort from Spates got him in the right spot, and he affected the shot.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Murray kicks to Barton. Plumlee with the screen. And here is Murray. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Passes it to Chandler to stop the run. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
And Augustine kicks to Ross. They set the screen. Shot off the pick. Rebounded by Fareed.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
Chandler kicks to Barton. Off target with his 3. Orlando leading by 3. Ross for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Fareed. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Fareed's got his first 2 points of the night.
And you got to love the aggressive attitude by Fareed there, knowing that no one could guard him down low.
Pass to Spates. Fires from deep. Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Murray kicks to Fareed. Back to Murray. Barton outside. Fareed a screen on Simmons. And stolen by Simmons. Pass to Isaac. He feeds it to Augustine. Stolen by Fareed. For 3, Murray got a piece of it. And they're able to recover. And so it's Orlando, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. Got a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
Our attitude approaching the game has been, we can beat any team in this league. If we work together and, put everything into play, we'll be all right. And that's the kind of attitude we've been having. That's the attitude we have to keep.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases or even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the 2 elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working.
Right.
So same thing, and you can ride that for quite a ways.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, that prevented some points, didn't it? Also, how you have that intimidation factor going early on, you wonder if in the fourth quarter they'll think back to the first.
Murray out there with Will Barton. Then there's Kenneth Fareed. Then there's Plumlee, and it's Lyles in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league. And Maurice Spates, the stretch big man, has always had a good mid-range shot, Brent, but when he was with the Warriors, you may recall, he was able to expand his range out to 3.
Well, there's something that goes along with winning, and I think that's a tremendous amount of confidence. So after Maurice Spates got the championship ring, I think he brings some of that leadership and locker room mentality that you need on a winning team.
Now here's Murray. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Spates with the block. The feed now to Augustine. Back to Spates. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 3 assists tonight.
It's a good adjustment. Spates moves the ball around against the tight defense to find a shooting window.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Hey, Brent, you made the NBA playoffs in your second year. Talk about the mental preparation that goes into one's first postseason as a player.
I think it's always a special time, Kevin, just because of the unknown factor. And at that time, it was the Clippers, my second season, a team that was very young and inexperienced. And so it was all fresh and new. And the biggest challenge for any coach in that sort of predicament is to make sure that players are on task and focused. We certainly were not. The Utah Jazz took care of us, and that's because of one John Stockton and Karl Malone.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation, using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Now Moutier following the miss by Gary Harris from deep.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Payton dishes to Gordon. Pass to Fournier. Simmons, a screen on Harris. Here's Fournier, and that one comes up a bit short. The Nuggets trail by 11. And Jonathan Simmons gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. With the premium placed an outside shooting, Brent, plus defensive rules that lessen the need for less wear and tear because there's less of it inside in games.
It's a great point, Kevin. I think that you're right about that. I also think that whatever we're doing off the court in terms of the players with nutrition and training regimen, that's going to be another reason why we'll see players be very effective well into their late 30s and sometimes into their early 40s, which is about my limit, Kev. I'm still effective at 45.
You are. Very effective at 45. Now here's Payton. He had 13 points in the win against the Suns in Phoenix. The dish now to Fournier. No good on the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now here's Moutier. He's tightly guarded. He kicks it to Harris. Jokic a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Dishes to Millsap. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Nuggets.
And you can see how big a role the 3-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
Magic leading by 8. Now Payton looking for his first basket still in this one. Kicks it to Fournier. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Moutier with the basket.
The perimeter shot is certainly a work in progress for Moutier, but that one, not a problem.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Vucevic has got 6 points. The Nuggets trail by 10. Outside Millsap. He dishes it to Moutier. Back to Millsap. Orlando grabs the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. Isaac's checked in for the Magic. We've got 1:48 left in the second quarter. Gordon against Millsap. And there's the pass to Chandler. Here's Jokic. He's got 5. And the shot is long. Well, Brent, there are a lot of great passers in the NBA at that starting center position. Seems like it's something that is more and more valued these days. But the best of the bunch might be Jokic. Some people feel great passer in vision.
Yeah, incredible the way that the offense last year transitioned around such a young and relatively unproven player at that position. But he can pass over the top. When he gets it on the block, he'll play at the top of the key. And I love how the guys around him are encouraged to cut when he has the basketball.
Here's Payton following the basket by Jokic. Payton with the ball. Now defended by Moutier. They grab their own miss. Payton kicks to Fournier. Second chance shot. Another miss by Vucevic.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. For 3, Fournier. Gordon a screen. No one near Payton as he lets it go. And the 3 off target. On the wing, Chandler. Back to Moutier. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Orlando with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, it looked like the ball really was moving there in the first half.
Yeah, the game is simple when you make the extra pass, when you play the right way. We start out playing this way. We got to continue it for 4 quarters.
I know that's your area of emphasis, Frank. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny, what did you see from them?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back to Denver, everyone. Traffic coming in and out of downtown Denver on this lovely night in the Rockies. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Nice game, great performance by Maurice Speights.
And through 2 quarters, surprising how aggressive he was offensively.
You know what? That guy's not going to hurt us. Don't worry about him. Boom. Supporting role, and then he puts some points on you. They better make an adjustment.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Moutier with the ball. And so in the game for the Magic, Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Isaac in at the small forward. Now here's Chandler. Rebounded by Isaac. Feeds it to Gordon. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
That free throw good from Gordon. We know the importance of ball movement, Brent, but when the offense bogs down, someone needs to get it done in isolation. Could you pick anybody who you would go to?
Yes, Kevin. He plays in Cleveland.
Yes.
Or the Cavaliers.
Cavaliers.
And his name is LeBron James.
Ah, yes.
Have you seen him play?
James.
Yeah, I'll take that guy.
Okay, that's a good guy. Well, we've seen some defensive wizards among the NBA's freshman class this season. Let's now take a look at the rookie steal leaders. You look at Isaac, 5th in the NBA. Very crafty player.
How about the anticipation and really his aggressive mindset defensively? He's always pressuring, always looking for an opportunity to force a turnover.
Vucevic with the block. To the paint. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
Orlando moving the ball around. Pass to Gordon. Payton outside for three. The Magic again can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 9. The shot by Chandler wide open. That doesn't go either for Chandler.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Denver making a switch here. Isles checked in. Simmons checked in for the Magic. Moutier with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons. There's a screen. Harris against Simmons. Wiles kicks to Harris. 6 to shoot. Millsap sets the pick for Harris. Fires from the line, and he makes that one.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Gary Harris is the type of player that a lot of people feel very confident is just going to keep getting better and better. Has a good knack for scoring the ball. Such a great off-ball cutter. Great chemistry right now with Jokic between the two of them. And as he grows older, he'll continue to build upon his offense. Potential to be a very good two-way player.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Here's Isaac. Millsap covering. Payton right side. In the corner. Simmons with it. Back to Vucevic. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Vucevic has got 8 points. And for Harris, the way he plays, it'll probably be a few years before he hits his prime. Brent, even right now, you like how he can fill it up.
Well, he went from his first year just averaging 13 minutes to 2 straight seasons averaging over 32. So trial by fire a bit with Gary Harris, but he continues to show progression and can be a very effective two-way player. Lots of upside for this guy. Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
Here's Isaac. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Inside, here's Jokic. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
And last season, how about the jump to true stardom that Jokic was able to make? There was a stretch where every game he just looked more and more incredible. Truly gave this team, I think, a franchise player in the blink of an eye.
Now here's Simmons. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Spates. Some solid defense from Fareed.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
Pass to Murray. Fareed setting the pick for Murray. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And for so many fans, Greg, of Jokic, it wasn't a surprise to see his play blossom last season.
And boy, did he. Jokic is so skilled for a big man, having played point guard growing up. Still very young and looks to be a star for a long time.
And the shot goes in.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Barton outside. He feeds it to Millsap. From 13, the shot comes out. The Magic go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
Inter-conference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
Well, they'll meet twice this season tonight, the first matchup, so hard to know exactly what to expect.
Here's Barton. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Jokic inside. Spates there. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut back down again to 5. The basket that time coming from Nikola Jokic. Spates sets a screen for Augustine. And Simmons kicks to Augustine. Here's Spates. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Plumlee, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Chandler comes in for Paul Millsap. And a switcher also for Orlando. Fournier is checked in.
One shot.
And that one falls for Spates.
Well, he's been well-traveled, Spates, mostly because of inconsistent play, but the last few years, finding his stride.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Ross, that's good. Ross has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
From outside, Barton missing again. And so it's Orlando going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We come back right after this. Mike Malone moments ago with some words for his players.
Stay positive. Don't get down.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Will Barton is out there with Murray. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here's Fournier. Now, here's Ross. To the inside, and stolen by Barton. And they're on the break. The finish. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
I think Will Barton has figured out that scoring from the free throw line can be a good thing.
Will Barton, known as the People's Champ, is a fantastic scorer on the wing. Fearless with the shots he takes, Brent, and very aggressive when he gets the ball in his hands.
Well, that's what you love most about Will Barton is his ability to attack a defender off the wing and play with speed and reckless abandon. It's him trying to find a more complete game and also maybe, Kevin, trying to find a little bit more control around what he does offensively.
Now here's Barton. Chandler outside. Back to Barton. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Gordon dishes to Augustine. Spates sets a screen for Augustine. And it's sent back by Plumlee.
Big athletic guys like Plumlee, hard to get your shot over them before they can get their hands up. The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line or you risk getting burned.
Now here is Augustine. Gordon a screen, and Augustine kicks to Gordon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Magic lead by 8.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Harris comes in for Barton. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Murray. Then for the Magic, Isaac comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's Payton in for Augustine. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. Told him, hey, stick with what's working. He said they're giving us all the room we need to get easy looks in the paint. Let's keep working the ball inside. Guys, back to you.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
I just think it was a matter of getting recomposed, altering their game plan just a little bit. They look completely in sync now.
Here's Denver now. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Got that one up quick. And now just a 2-point Orlando lead.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime? Much more effective here in the second half.
Gordon a screen. Payton drives in. Denver grabs the miss. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Fareed, right side. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay. Fareed's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets. Orlando, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. They set the screen. Payton outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Isaac. Fournier for 3. Rebounded by Fareed.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Paul Millsap is checked in for Fareed. And a switcher also for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Maurice Spates. That's good from Plumlee.
A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
Here's Payton. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he...
Time to explode, and then the soft lane.
Here's Millsap following the basket by Elfrid Payton.
They count on Millsap to deliver in these big moments, and there he does.
Here's the screen. Pass to Isaac. Shoots from the baseline. Tries again. And it's Vucevic missing. And it's the Nuggets ball. They're on a 19-4 run right now. Harris passes to Moutier. From 10 feet out. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And now a 5-point Denver lead.
A remarkable basket for Moutier in a clutch moment of the game.
Payton kicks to Gordon. And there's the feed to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. Off the pick. No good off the front iron. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assistant.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Now, here's Vucevic, following the miss by Paul Millsap.
I tell you, Isaac has great vision for a big man. He can see over defenders easily thanks to that size.
Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. There's 39 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt. Professional move all the way. Puts the team on his back when it matters most.
Now here's Payton. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
And those attempts right now at the charity stripe are helping them pull away.
There's Gordon with the 3. Sinks it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. Boy, that was a big shot.
And stunned silence, guys. That's the atmosphere in here after that shot. And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
At the line for 2.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They trail by 5. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Here's Isaac. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're down by 7. 6 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to see. Fight all the way through, even to the bitter end.
And there's the foul. It's on Aaron Aflalo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. So the Nuggets win it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg...